in an illegal activity and you go and tell on your partner. I
Yeah,
don't snitch. I tell. I have nothing to gain.
FTX.
Still,
It keeps breaking down, man. You know who said? We talked about this before, right? You know who had the seat last Friday? Had to took the stand. One of his closest OG friends. The
which
trial
one?
started last week, by the way.
Which
There's
one?
one. There is only one.
Well, the closest one was the girl, right? The his
No, that's
ex.
the lover.
Yeah,
Was an old school friend. These guys were hanging out since they were 15.
I forget the names. You had the is it the Asian dude?
Wang.
Yeah, the Asian dude. Yeah, yeah,
Wang sat there and told.
I've seen him do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's crazy. If you hear what he said, it's it was bound to fail. He said basically Alameda, everyone. So according to if you're running like one of these platforms, of
Hmm.
course you have a limit, right? You cannot go below the amount that you have on your balance.
Hmm.
So you cannot buy stocks with money you don't have, or not stocks in this case, coins.
Hmm.
According to Wang, according to Wang, Alameda had a 26 billion credit
At FTX.
at FTX. So they were basically, that boils down to that they were allowed to use also customers' money, because otherwise you don't have that credit line, right?
Yeah. So it was an
And
investment. So FTX was investing basically. It was
Alameda was using other people's money to invest and make money out of it.
OPM.
OPM. This was bound to fail. The way he was describing the whole situation is that it was he asked, so basically he was told by Sam that he had to open up that, so everyone had the same type of account. Alameda had a different one. They were the only ones that were allowed to do that.
But Alameda and FTX are basically both from the same owner,
Yes.
the same UBO, ultimate
Yes.
beneficial owner.
One thing that will show you, so we talked about this earlier, I think months ago. We said it was weird. He didn't want structure. Think you said, how do you say that? Corporate
Corporate governance.
governance. Yes. Because these things would be revealed.
Yeah.
This weirdo stuff, he didn't want anything that could intervene with his weird way of working.
Of course not. Well, it's logical. If we're gonna do something illegal, you don't uh, you don't want any party poopers. So so Wang is basically and Wang was involved because
He was involved, yeah. He was
he's
the
not
main
so
coder.
he's not telling, he's snitching because telling like
Yeah, 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 yeah.
that's what what's the dude's name?
He was part of the gang, of the inner circle. The
That's what that's what Charleston White said on a podcast. He said snitching is when you are involved in an illegal activity and you go and tell on your partner. I
Yeah.
don't snitch. I tell. I have nothing to gain.
I have nothing to get. That's a great quote.
Yeah, but Charles White has also been talking greasy or wild because it's been said that he put a bounty out on. Did you see that?
A bounty? Is he trying to?
A
Is
20 a 20 a 20K bounty on. Do you know who? Have you heard the story?
No idea.
Shador Sanders.
Oh, is he that type of dude?
That's he's been live now. I went there.
He's just shock value, man. This
Of
guy.
course, but in this the days nowadays, you know you can play with things like this.
Come on, man. You could put a 20K bounty on someone's head, like you're some kind of a you're some kind of a mafia leader or something like that.
But the thing is that he was, of course, making a joke.
Hmm.
But I mean, you can't make this type of jokes nowadays, man, because people don't.
But is it also even back in the days, right? He says, I mean, he says stuff that's always provoking. That's what he is. That's how he got where he is now.
Yeah,
He was talking greasy to everyone.
but that's the thing about shocking, right? There's never. You're always
You
going to.
always have to double up.
Yeah, if you, and yeah, at some point, before you know it, you are. I mean, if Charleston White goes to prison with the same people he he talks greasy about, and yeah,
We can take a look at another platform like FNF. They also had to they keep doubling up
they
or
kept doubling
Perm
up
or
until
Perm.
they had the self destructor on their platform. Good
The,
old Nick.
the Mexican Italian guy.
Good old the Mexican. Good old
He's
Nick.
like it's Nick. Nick is half Mexican, right?
He's Italian for sure.
Man, I think the guy is.
Speaking of plummeting, whatever, that's we're gonna discuss it and do that in another show.
What else? What else about plummeting?
Everyone that has Nick on their channel seems to plummet. The view seems to plummet.
Who else? Who else? Tell me.
Pearl.
Oh, Pearl was already in decline, so that's why she had to put him on
One, well, you mean to fasten, to fast track it?
to try to save it.
Well,
Hey, I mean, Pearl was already. I think. What's the blue hair guy's name again? That keeps going
yeah,
to.
yeah, yeah.
Forgot his name.
Destiny.
Destiny, yes, great talker by the way. But he said the strategy they used. Technically, he said that the Pearl's platform has 200,000 subscribers. They just gamed the system to get 1 million. So it seems like she had 1 million, but she doesn't have 1 million viewers.
You mean the shorts got her the subs?
Yeah, she gamed the subs algorithm. Results are a lot of subscribers, but the subscribers, I think we talked about this with someone else, right? Right.
Did we?
Yes, splitting the channels, etc.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically she put everything, all the content on one channel, which means that you're basically gaining subs from that, but it doesn't mean that they are watching. They are actually consumers of your long
Yeah,
long
and
VODs.
they were watching just like FNF. They don't watch them for the guys. They watch them for the people they have on.
Yeah, yeah.
So, for example, the Joe Budden podcast. You watch the Joe Budden podcast for the people, so the team. They don't have like they have guests, but I would argue that the guests aren't the core followers of that podcast. I don't watch it, I only watch clips, but the core audience of that channel do not watch it for the guests. But in Pro's case and in FNF case, they watch it for the guests.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you have something else to say about FTX or
Well, I want to say this, and it's clear that the guy is fighting.
for his life?
Playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. I'm fighting for my life.
He got a haircut.
He did. He also got a tan apparently.
Well, that's what you get when you're in Cali, right?
Nope, that's what you get when you are
Oh no,
trial.
no,
That's
he's locked up. I forgot. He got locked up like 2 months before the trial started.
that's what you get when you're trialed. When you
Yes.
are on trial.
The
Yeah.
stress, or maybe it's because he was smearing himself in manure so that no one touches him. You know what? And then it's keeps sticking. You know. I mean, I've heard of these tactics.